okay. Okay, it's okay now. Okay. Let me share the first screen. The first presentation is about where's your data. Currently, we have numbers of operational system. For example, PMS, right? We are doing a hotel. We have the PMS solution. And we also have accounting, maybe sales system and point of sale. It shouldn't be having any problem because the system can handle all day-to-day operation for us. But the point is, where's the data? Data is stored on the server, right? And on the daily basis or at any point of specific time, we need the data. What on day-to-day operation that we are doing is we want to get the report from the system. And for sure, we have PMS. PMS can do the report, point of sale, accounting, and whatever. They must have the report or the way to print out or export the data. For today, everyone can export the data, but it seems it's not sufficient for our requirement. However, what happened on the daily basis, it's possible or maybe not, I'm not sure, but most of our clients, the point is they have to manually recompose the report again by Excel or any fabric spreadsheet or another system. The point is they waste a lot of time. What we are concerned about the manual report is accuracy. With intention or without intention, it's possible, right? The human fault, because it's doing by hand, it's possible to have something wrong by fault. And many times we found it later, it's going to be generate a lot of issue or damage in any particular of thing. And also you see it's time consuming and generate stress to the team member. So if this is a scenario that's happening with your organization, our solution can eliminate the stress of our of your team member. Moreover, with your background that have given by the sales team to me, you are a group of company, right? You have a number of hotel. What we need is, you may need is the consolidation. How to consolidate the information at the center. This is necessary, right? Otherwise, how the management can see the big picture and make a decision. For sure, they're waiting for the information from all hotel, and we need the consolidation. Let's imagine each property, they have to do something that have given the standard of the corporation, of the corporate, and submit to the center. Most of the time, what they do is by Excel or by any type of file. Once it reaches to the center, we need someone, right, or the system to consolidate all this data. Most of the case that I met is they have to manually consolidate the data and time consuming again, generate the spread to our team member again, and accuracy, no one cannot judge on that, but we have to consume the data with this scenario. And then for today's business driven strategy, we are more focused on the customer centric, right? So because we are in the service sector, that we have to welcome the guests and serve them. The thing that we concern is, if we say the customer is the center of everything, all the information should drive the satisfaction of the customer. This is one of the scenarios that we met for today. It will be more difficult if we cannot consume or utilize our data efficiently. So, yes. Yes. Oh, really? Kun Ratana, can you assist on this one?
No, I not see her or him. It's not anyone request that. Yeah, I can't see. Did you send Mr. An, did you forward this invitation to her? So he just click on the join, then and he can join. Right now I not see anyone asking.
I think one thing that possible is once you click on the link, it will ask you to install the software. Actually, it's not necessary to install any software. You can start joining from the web. Maybe he tried to install some software and on Windows or on Macintosh, it tried to get some permission. The best way is try to connect from the internet, from the website. Okay, I will hold on for a second, waiting your. All right. Okay. I hold for the second, waiting for him. All right. Okay. Then I can continue. You can still seeing the screen, right? Customer centric. All right. So what I'm recently saying is once we have a data everywhere and have to manually manipulate in any certain point of time or situation, if your company is one of the company who are in the service sector, we want to focus on the customer satisfaction, right? So what we can use from our data is we want to know what are they spending, what are their preference. We want to see their visit record to see how they like or use our service rate that they prefer, transaction that has they generated or consumed in our system, or sorry, in our service, and also we should possible to generate the satisfaction score, because if we have found some regular customer and have the decrease in their satisfaction score, at least you see we can know immediately. But this one is really micro analysis, which is very difficult if we do everything in manual basis, right? Especially for the group, we want to see who is the top spender or top producer for the group. It's nearly impossible. Everyone looking into the member solution and so on, which is good, but for the overall picture, we still have somewhere or some place that's still doing everything in manual, which is we try to eliminate it. All right, this is, let I jump. All right. So what is our solution? What we are doing is we going to do the automate, implement the automate solution for you. Like recently I mentioned about the operational system, we may have PMS, we have accounting, we have other, and even we have the manual file, which is come in CSV or Excel format. What we need is we want to put everything, bring everything into our intelligent database, which we will provide it. We call ETL, extract, transform, and load the data into our intelligent database. I will show you later why we call intelligent database. All right, this one we will do on the scheduling basis. That means every day, have a close day, let's say 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in early morning, we will do ETL, extract the data from your operational database and bring into our intelligent database. Once all data is ready, our intelligent database will combine all the data, make a variety of dimension, generate the relational per our programming. Once it's ready, which will take not that long, but okay, just quite a while. Once it's ready, by early morning, let's say 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, the data of your hotel operation is ready to serve from you right from the beginning of the day. What it can be done is you can use data discovery, which I will show to you in the in a minute later. You can generate a PDF. You can also export the data if you want to transform the data and send to some system. If they prefer Excel, it's possible if you have the permission. You can set the permission what you can be done on our intelligent database, or even what you can see. We can make that. Let's say in the real scenario is if you have 3 hotels sharing the same intelligent database and one corporate can see everything, for example, right? But hotel A, hotel number 1, they can see only their property related data, and also repeated the same for the second hotel and the third hotel. They only have the permission to see only their related data, and may have one share form which show about the KPI. Every hotel can see the progress and measure of that KPI. This one, it can be motivated to our property to see if they behind other that also show on the scoreboard, for example. And why people choose us? Because we are really fast. It's just a few clicks. Everything that you want to know, you will get it right in a few clicks. So I think, do you have any question? Otherwise, I will jump into the demonstration to show you the thing in real practice. Hello? Hello? Yeah, you're still there, right? Okay. Do you have any question? All right. If you have any question or concern, let me know. Okay, so now everything blank. No one can see the screen, right? I'm switching to something. Give me a second. While waiting my demo system, what are you looking to do or looking for now? You try to consolidate data, or what is the issue at this moment? I see. That's why Kun Ratana asked me to meet with to talk to you. I see. I
Yeah,
got it.
he go to the right person ค่ะ yes right
All right. So I'm sharing the screen again. Where is the screen? Oh. All right. Can you see in Notoriety? Okay. So now we are on the same screen again. All right. I just get the link from Kun Ratana recently. 5 hotel, right? And numbers of restaurant. Wow, interesting. Oh, uh-huh. Okay, let's I show you one thing. This is the solution that we are doing. Let's start with recently you mentioned about the P&L. Let me show you this. I jump to the screen first. All right. Actually, this one is consolidated from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 company. We have 3 hotel and 2 resort with 1 spa. All this one is going to P&L. I made this sample to show you how we can do. These are all the actual data that we gathered from our financial system of our client, our demo data. This is, for example, you can make a filter, right? For some hotel, I would like to share to you that many financial system, if you post and close doing the month closure, that means you cannot change or adjust anything on the financial data, which accountant doesn't like that way. Most of them, what they do is, in some system, they can do pre-post. In some system, they don't post anything because they want to ensure that everything is correctly, have someone certify on that. Then they will come back and post it once. Like this company, you see what happening. They didn't post anything. Once I filter only post, it has no data showing on the screen because they didn't post it. And that's why most of the time they do everything in manual basis to satisfy someone, to ensure that their work, their operation won't have any problem because they cannot change anything. So with our system, we found this issue. We try to resolve it with this simple filter. Whenever they have partially post and have something not post, and also have some company pre-post already, you see, we can combine. And this one become one of their actual data that they can rely on. So what we can do is, this is the consolidation. You want to see the total system. This is the total system that you can show. All right. Let's say this one is per hotel, right? I want to compare hotel A, hotel 1 and hotel 3. That's it. Everything you can click. You can click anywhere that you interest or have any question. For example, I want to see the F&B department. For example, I have F&B, right? Done. This is the departmental report you can get right away. This is just show you the powerful and how fast our system. Whatever you want to know, you just click it. Okay, and this one I show you 2000. Oh, sorry, I show you two years, 2019, 2018. Recently, I filtered for 2 hotels, which had Hotel A and Hotel 3. What happened? It disappeared. When you see in the filter, you can see that it shows gray, right? And that's why this is a part of our database integration capability. We know what you are selected, and we can show you that it doesn't have any related information relate information to what you are asking for. In most of the system, you have to start from some point, go to your required information. But for us, you see, I no need to start from any specific point. Whatever I want to know, I just click it. Okay, let I continue. I remove the hotel selection, then it show everything. And this is F&B, right? On the top of the bar, what we call storytelling. What does it mean? Now I'm looking into post P&L group for F&B cost and F&B revenue. What we are doing now is we see every transaction, even if not post, and together with pre-post, let it show on the screen. And this is the way we are looking into the report. Okay. You're still here with me, right? All right. And I want to see if on monthly revenue, for example, I want to show you this is the pattern of profit and loss statement. We can do a drill down from here. Let's say I want to see only room department. I think I didn't. Okay. Normally we can set up the template for each particular thing, but this one, let I show you that. If I want to see the plaza, yes. Can be this one accounting code, you can, or even accounting name, it can be, for example, plaza. I saw plaza. You also have plaza, right? This is the plaza. It doesn't have any information related to the plaza, but actually I make a group over here. You see, I click on the plaza. Plaza is existing only at Hotel 1 and Hotel 2. And then you can see all the information. This is the rental plaza. Accounting code is 470-001. This is what they have. Okay, I'm interested in the plaza. I want to see revenue by month on each year. You see what you see what I'm doing now? Done. Very easy, right? So now, what I can show to you is, someone asked me, hey, show me what is the revenue of the plaza that generated on monthly basis backward 2 years. Or if you can do longer than that, it would be appreciated. For us, our system, it doesn't have any problem. Just click drag and drop. And then if this one, it become a new report that asking for every month, the common thing, the basic thing is just save it. Monthly report, plaza revenue. Finish. Let us clear everything. If you want the plaza report, you just go to here, right? Click. Done. You got the report. What they want in Excel because they want to use it for other operation. Just click it. Can you see Excel now? No, right? Can or cannot? All right. Okay, you see Excel, right? And then here is the Excel file. Cannot, right? Okay.
Cannot.
Yeah. You can see now, right? All right. This is automatically generated from the system, and it shows us all the data. No, we don't want to see in this way. We want to have only hotel 1 and resort 1 in a separate file. Very easy also. Let's go back to my screen. We can separate these two files, just one click. and do the export. You remember that we can save, right? We can save it separately, no problem. And then that's it. We have only hotel 1 to export to the data. All right. You see, now we have only hotel 1. Whatever you want, it can be customized on the system, and very simple. This is one thing. And as you know that we have numbers of property, we have number of solution. If lucky, we have only one system, but they have different transaction code, right? And that's why now you see on my sample P&L, right? You see why I have to have a bracket with BI. What does it mean? This one actually the new mapping solution. We have to implement mapping in the group of company. Like this one, they have 3 hotel. They have 3 hotel, right? And 1, 2, 3, 2 resorts and 1 spa. What happened is each property they implement in a different point of time. Let's say hotel 1 start in 10 years ago. 5 years later, they start with hotel 2. And a year later, after hotel 2, they have a hotel 3. Luckily that these 2 hotels have a new solution, new technology, new brand. The first hotel have something different supplier. And again, that means I try to point out that they may have a variety system, and even on the same system, they have a different way of implementation. For example, they may have different account code, they may have different account code pattern, right? It's possible. Then how to consolidate everything? We have to have a center template that we can pull the data into our system. The bad thing of other system is once you combine the data, you cannot trace back to the original what it's supposed to do. You have to go back to the old system and find out what it is. With our system, we can do one thing that really amazing is you can keep even the original transaction on numbers for your investigation or tracing back for any particular issue, which will help you to communicate and sharing with your team easily. All right, all these things is just a demo. So this is one thing that I would like to share, to show. I jump to my demonstration. All right, this is the data in our database for the demo for this for you now. We have 400 million transactions, which is it's quite large number, but actually it's still small for a big book. Actually, it's supposed to be much bigger than this. But let's imagine if you're going to do something manual and dealing with a million transactions like this, it's not easy. You see the company history has up to 550,000 company history. It's a lot, né? And also for the case history. All right, what we have here is the transaction. What is the purpose of this one? Actually, this one, what they try to do is they want to do performance of each sales representative. For example, we have someone Nucha. Once I click on Nucha, every place on the screen, it will change accordingly to what I'm selecting. Whatever I click, it will show up on the storytelling. So if you want to know what this page talking about, just go to the top. You can see that they implement the sales name person. I choose Nuchathon, who her performance that post in 2018. This is the way we do. What it can show is it can show by monthly. It can show revenue by company. We want to see who is the top producer, top production. I want to source I want to sort by descending. No, it doesn't work, right? This one, it doesn't work because it's sort by company name. All right. Normally what we look into this data is we want to see who is the top client, right? And this one, I see that this company, they have the government department to use their services. I click this one. This is the government of saving bank. I want to see their productivity on every year. What I have to do is I just click it out, and then I will know immediately that, oh, this company, they only use our services in 2008 only, which total consumption is up to 1.8 million baht. You see how fast when you deal with the statistic, when you're talking about sales, you're talking about client. This is the best way. And actually, you see, before the big meeting of sales or marketing and sales meeting, everyone had to prepare themselves, prepare the data, prepare the topic, and so on, right? With my solution, you don't need to prepare anything. Everything is on screen. You want to see performance by person, you want to see by client, you want to see by period of time. And this one, this company, they really want to see by ship. We implement something really difficult to classify the data, to show out and project on the screen by ship. This is on their purpose. All right. You see, because I'm selected Kun Nutcha as the sales representative, maybe she just joined in 2008. Once the storytelling is only about government saving bank, you see what I'm showing here? It shows you all the time. So that means this company is one of our regular customers. You don't know this company. I don't know this company. I learned everything about this company from data visualize. You see how powerful? Maybe we know this information more insight than the member that working over there, right? Just a minute. I understand about the client. All right. So let's see. This one is a pattern that you can show. You want to go by BI group. It come up again. BI group. What does it mean? Because it's consolidated from two buildings. If I'm not wrong about this company, but they have different implementation. And once they want to see the big picture by the corporate, they want to group by the corporate meaning. So that's why I create BI grouping for them. I pull out from building A, I pull out from building B and combine and throw everything into BI grouping to show you the picture. Let's say this is a room, right? Okay, whatever you want to focus, you can zoom it up. And you see, this is the total revenue of this client. The consumption is up to 25 million baht. It's a lot along all the period of time. Start from 2014, it's about 5 years up to 2018. The consumption is to 25 million baht. If you see in the proportion, you can see banquet room, blah, blah, blah. This one is per BI group, right? And this is quite reasonable that they're grouping in this way. And you can see that they have an effort to show banquet in different locations. Why? Because they want to see the performance of each floor. If I'm not wrong, on floor FL5 is on the new floor. They just build it up and want to see the performance of revenue income of this new floor. But however, we can see that this one is one of our major regular customer that use our banquet solution, banqueting service. And here what it is, I can zoom it up. And you see, as I mentioned, I keep every transaction if you want. You can trace back to the original or source of information. This one, in case that you need to do. If you don't need to do, I recommend to not doing this complicated thing. But if you want, yes, we can. And this one is really detailed. That's why we are different, really different than other BI that you cannot trace back to the source of the information. All right, and here you see you can see by nationality and so on. From this screen, just to show you that if I want to see Malaysia client, I just click it. And then you can see that Malaysia client, we have only 2 salesperson who look after in these 2 sales. And this one is the revenue source. This is maybe their market, if I'm not wrong. This is the online travel agent, something like that. Once we're talking about source, you want to see that who is the top producer for our F&B, for example. Once you click, you can see also you can see immediately that for the F&B, the top revenue production has been occurred in 2017, which is quite tough for 2018 if they try to compare to the previous year. The hotel has to work harder to impress the management, right? And this company, this hotel is majority of the measure of their client came from Thailand. So if I want to see other, I just do few click. Now I exclude Thailand from the screen, and you can see that the top client supposed to be Singaporean and Chinese for F&B. So it's quite interesting, right? It's quite good. So in 2018, maybe the data is up to 18. It's up to 4.8 million baht already. If compared to the previous year, we still have some room that we can produce it more. And you see, what I should do is I should focus with Singaporean and China and Malaysia and Indonesia to get more and more things for them. As I mentioned recently, that what we expect to do is we want to impress our client. If they're more satisfied or happy with us, we can generate more revenue. That is the goal of everything that we are doing. So what we can do is we can study from our information, try to dig deeper and deeper to see inside of our client. I will show you later how can we do on this thing. All right, and this is the revenue transaction. You see, we can show you that. If you have classified or categorized your transaction appropriate way and in an efficient way, we can still using all of your transaction information. For this example, you see most of them is the room allocation, which is unfair for me to look into the F&B revenue. I want to exclude this one. Done. So this means on this screen, we show all the F&B data, exclude Thailand, and don't count the room allocation for the F&B. And this is the fact that you can find on this one. And again, you see, if this one is the view that you want to see on daily basis or on regular basis, you can save this report. Done. So next time, you see, if you come here and want to see this report, you just click. This is the actual revenue, exclude Thailand and ABF coupon. Then you can see that the real is still Singaporean and China and Malaysia that are very strong in their F&B, right? In this year, after exclude ABF, the revenue is still very high for F&B, which is very good. All right, and here you see we can also show by source. Online is one of the most strongest for this property, and also I think maybe the same like every hotel for this moment. And they have many travel agents that they can generate some revenue. You see, they also have individual. If I click on individual, it's amazing. You see, who is the top F&B top F&B consumption? This is Chinese. It's a lot, but you can see immediately that in 2018 it doesn't have anything in relevant set trend. The trend is supposed to be something quite higher than now. So that means you have something wrong. Why Chinese don't consume anything on this year? You see, this is a way of analysis that we can be done on our system. All right. Now I jump to see the revenue by hour. Crazy. Who want to see in this thing? Most of the case, you see, people want to see revenue by hour or by shift because they want to focus on their F&B revenue. For example, if we have 24-hour services. That means we have to have a staff standby in any point of time because you open 24 hours, right? If it can see that start from after midnight until early morning at 5 o'clock, you cannot generate anything. Why we consider to continue open that restaurant? But especially for this tough situation that we try to sufficiently manage our manpower and staff to maintain the cost. So that's why the people want to see the revenue by hour, and it has a number of parameter on this scheme. All right, and the next one is by day. By day, actually, what we try to mean is not in this way. Actually, we want to see on weekday or working day. That one can, I think I have another demo that can show you on the later screen. All right. Are you still here with me? You're still on, right? And you have any question? Yes. Yes. I have to check at the back of the data. Regarding the data source, I will, after I finish the demonstration, we will go back to that section. I think it would be more efficiency conduct, or maybe I can go right now. Okay, I have a few demonstration, and then we go back to the technical part. Okay. All right, then continue to here, and this is something that we can be done. This is the revenue performance dashboard, which can show to you very clear, right? This one is by month. This one I'm looking into the data of our demo hotel in 2019. January, it's fair. It's not too much. The line is the budget. If you see the line is budget. If you want to see to know any information, just put the mouse on top of that. You will get the information. Okay. Then on the February, it means it go green because it's above budget 3.9%. That would be good. On March, April, and May, I think this hotel, they have over expectation, and it cost them not success or achieve on the these 3 months. But on June, they pick up again and quite very small numbers under the budget. And this is the comparison dashboard, which you can see everything in calendar notification. Is quite eye-catchy. People going to look at red first, right? On the red one, it shows you that you are behind, really behind the budget. This is one kind of KPI that we can be done easily. And for this game, I quite like this one. It shows you not only for each particular month performance, it also shows you year-to-date information. For the red line, this one is the year-to-date budget. And the blue line, it shows you year-to-date actual. So that means you see up to June, your year-to-date budget is still behind. But okay, recently we found that, you see, it's quite pick up. It's not too far or too far from the budget. One thing that it also shows you is the square dot. All the symbol we can change. It depends on configuration. On the square dot, back dot, it shows you last year performance. That means you see we are still behind last year, but quite similar, same pattern year to date of last year. So at least we know that we're not bad if not bad if compared to last year. And this one is quite motivated, can show you that you have to run or put more effort to make it happen. I have another sample of dashboard. For this property, they want to see everything in one screen. If they want to know particular information, for example, this one is show red, it means have a big problem to me. This one 11%. This you can choose. You want to show in percentage or show in amount. This one it can be customized. It's very easy. All right, and this one, but this company they concerned about money, so they found that this cafe is shown really bad, really negative, unacceptable. I didn't implement the link over here. Normally you can just click the link on this one. It will jump directly to the detail of this particular dashboard. All right. If I want to see the room revenue, okay, because all this one is fixed, it doesn't really went to this circle chart. I didn't program it. However, this is just a sample that we can have a simple screen like this. Pull data from every business unit to show on one screen. This is sample of the hotel statistic that you can see. That you can see that this is similar to your hotel statistic. This data is up to 30 of June in 2019 from the demo hotel. If I want to select particular month, for example, I want to look backward into January, it's possible to be done. This one in descending, you can see occupancy, you can see everything that has been recorded in your PMS. No need to waiting for any report. You can see on daily basis, as I mentioned, because it will be automatically collect the data from the direct from the PMS database. All right, for this moment, what the storytelling on the screen is about travel agent BI, right? It's in 2019, month of January. No, I want to see entire year. And that's it. This one is entire year. I want to see in 2019 who is the top room night travel agent. Very easy. Just click it and you see immediately that it came from Agoda. This hotel is came from Agoda. Quite interesting. If I see over time, I just remove it. Now from 4 million transactions, something it trying to gather information for you, right? I select Agoda. This one now I'm connect over the internet. You see the URL. All right. This is the pattern of Agoda. You see how fast we can get information. Start the hotel in 2019 up to 2009. Sorry, start the hotel operation in 2010 up to 2019. Almost 9 years of data statistics that we have in this database, and you can see that all necessary figure that you want to see, it can show and lay down over here. Average room rate is not bad for this hotel. This is in Thai baht. It's almost $100 per night that they can sell through the Agoda. That Agoda lead the customer for us. All right. So now we still with Agoda, right? Go to the next page. This is the revenue analysis. Most of the time for now, if you are concerned about the revenue management, one of the strategies that they're doing is they implement through the lab code. And here is the block to show that they are always consume this lab code. It has it always has a meaning of all this code, which really meaningful to the revenue management. I don't want to go into detail about that, but if you have the revenue management have some concern or idea, or they have day-to-day problem, I think we can have a separate session and we can discuss. And I strongly believe that I can assist them very well. All right. And here is the nationality, right? You can see per nationality. This is the total revenue. Japanese is one of the major clients of this company. Interesting. Japanese always pay with a really high rate. And you see continually, if I select only Japanese, oh, it's quite interesting. Japanese choose this hotel and use it continually start from 2010. If I want to see over time for Japanese, not only Agoda, who else travel agent that send Japanese guests to us? Wow, interesting. You see, Agoda is number one, and Expedia also one who have the Japanese guest who have a very good spending. Let's say let us go to Expedia. That's it. You can see that Expedia. This is the pattern that they send the guests of Japanese guests to us. You see very fast. Everything you want, right from your brain that you think. Many times I found that the response of what I'm clicking accordingly to my head thinking, it will be pop up at the same time. I try to say that it's really fast. All right, here is at a property, travel agent type. This company, they have 3 travel agent type. We can filter by travel agent type. For example, I want to see only for web travel agent. I remove Japanese. You can see immediately that who are their online travel agent. These are the page that it can show to you immediately. Okay. If I'm looking into one of my promotion, for example, we are looking into .com B because this one is 2019 promotion. I want to track the progress. I just click it. I remove it. So now the storytelling about .com B. This one, for this example, is just for example to show you that this one, for example, this one is the code that we use for our promotion. Then we can track, right, about the achievement and success on this promotion. You can see that on every year we have continued with the .cb promotion, and this is the pattern. And we found that on this year is more than half that behind on last year. It has something wrong. So we have to adjust and investigate what's wrong with this promotion. You see, this one is not necessary to wait until the end of the month. Whenever that you have time, or even on daily basis, you can track on every promotion. No need to waiting for any special report that someone going to compose for you. However, if you see anything wrong on this dashboard, that means the source has something wrong. For example, our staff input the wrong data into the system. You can notify immediately by your eye. Then go back to the source of the data and collect it. This one, it will help you to have a good data integrity. This is on top of our BI solution that can help you to improve that data quality. All right. Also, for the company, it's similar pattern. And one thing that I found is, you see, we have Agoda again. Why Agoda is a company? Like I recently mentioned to you that if it has something wrong, your eye will catch it immediately. For example, like this company, what the problem is, Agoda, that people maybe may treat Agoda as a company profile and also treat it like a travel agent profile, and they may have a duplicate information, and it causes a problem because actually Agoda is supposed to be listing under travel agent. That means part of their revenue has been allocated to another profile, which is listed under company revenue. And that's why you see our people have to manually to generate the top production report by their own, because the data integrity issue on the profile. This is one example. Okay, I will have to move faster. This 3 1 hour already. Here is the RFM. I would like to leave this term with you, is the recency, frequency, and monetary. This one try to indicate the quality of your customer. Customer is mean hotel guest or restaurant guest. If you have the way to track the people, what we can see is here the guest name profile, which they book from. This is the average room rate, for example, right? I want to see over time who is the top spender. For example, we go to room revenue, other revenue. I go to room revenue. My internet. All right. You see, we found one guest who has 30 booking with us. Last day is on 14 April 2019. Very interesting, right? Okay, I want to see this guy booking. Amazing, you see, they have 2 profiles. They don't have only one. They have 2 profiles. Actually, this guy is supposed to be listing in 1 file. From here, I can show to the operation people, hey guys, could you combine these 2 profiles into 1? Because actually it's the same guy. All right. And then you can see the pattern of that stay. What it's supposed to be is, if this guy didn't list under VIP, I'm not sure what VIP they have here. They have S1, S2 or something. Maybe this guy, I want to treat him more special. For example, if they have more than S1 to be VVIP1, for example, I will send this statistic to the customer relation management, or this tool can be using by customer relation management. They will give a new VIP level to this guy, because with this evidence, it's sufficient to decide to upgrade their member or VIP level. And this one will give a satisfaction to our client, right? And here we can show you that this is the pattern of their usage. For example, if you want to send the mail campaign, which you have a plan to do a personalized campaign, I don't think you're going to send some campaign that they may never interesting. But how can you know that? You don't know because you don't have a system to classify or just on this one. This one is a starting point that you can utilize this solution. I can project in any way that you can utilize. For example, you can classify like a level, not just only VIP. It can be a star, it can be a grouping, or even the classify by their interesting. It can be done very easy. However, this guy, you can see immediately that this is the room number that they prefer to stay. What does it mean? If we can implement something like this on PMS, it can show that this guy, they always prefer to stay in one room, in this room, 1207. For example, I choose this room. You can see they stay every year. They stay every year. This room is the panorama king size smoking. This guy, he is the smoke lover. He is a smoker. And maybe that's why we have a smoking room, and they always return to us. Actually, I have something hiding over here. If you have wing for the big hotel or many hotel, they have many zones. We can also classify by zone, by wing, or even by exposure, which is really helpful in terms of the marketing, because we can see that with exposure that they want. For example, they want to see the hill, they want to see the pool, they want to see the pond, or they want to see the sea view. For example, we can manage and trace about that. All right, and this is the transaction summary. For many property, they can do the budget by transaction, but from my experience, I never seen anyone can be done on that. Most of the time, the budget came from the management and accounting. When it go to front office, it's impossible to map with each transaction. I found many hotels they put some effort to match the budget with their transaction. It's also impossible because with the complexity of the PMS for today, it has so many transactions, it has so many hidden transactions behind. It's more difficult, and that's why I keen to handle this task for them, to sitting between operation and management and accounting. I can make this in the simple way with the technology behind that we can match everything to meet to the management requirement, while our operation don't need to put much effort or doing something to impress them. And this is the way of the automation. All right. The funny thing is, you see, I'm still selecting this case, Mr. March Thorsen something. You see what happened? It shown that this guy came from France and get written. How is possible? I suspect that our staff put one time wrong in the nationality. You see, everything that you put in the system, is it wrong, it will shown over here. And if you use our system on the daily basis, that's why I said directly or indirectly, our system can improve your data integrity, your data correctness. Because you can see immediately, you can tell them that, hey, this guy is wrong. You can tell them even which profile that they put it in the wrong figure. All right, this guy, the storytelling about this guy, this is the room utilization. You can see that this guy is used to stay on for 14. They used to stay on for 12. This is enough information. It's more than enough, right? But I just want to show to you that, okay, some people, they're crazy. They want to impress the customer. They want to know everything. And that's why this dashboard has become true with our assistant to make their dream to become true with our tools. And you can zoom in and you can see the specific, the highlight of relevant to the storytelling. And this one just showed to you that it's really powerful. For example, okay, if I found that France is interesting. What I want to do is I want to go nearby France. I'm a sales marketing. I'm a sales representative. I want to go to that area. I can select. I remove the guest name. Oof. Sorry. Once again. All right. Now I select by my selective. I select only sorry, only France and nearby area. Now it's selected for me. On the map, you see it's very easy. You can use the laser, they call it lasso tools, to draw in any particular area that you want. You see, and then it can select to you. It's also very easy. As I mentioned to you, wherever you can click, you just click if you want to know. And also, you see, you can draw and make the line to see what interesting to you. Okay, let's go into 19. You can see that Russian, from my selected country, Russian is the number one in the room revenue. You see, this is the room type because we are talking about room utilization, right? All right, let's go further. This is room night by GO, but this one it has the travel agent to be collaborate in this screen, and you can see that in 2019 Agoda is number one, and Booking.com is number one that can send the guest to us. Okay, we have why people choose us, because after we develop the connector, that is the most challenging part, right? And then I will have to collaborate all those data into our visualize. For example, I want to show you something about marketing. This is the pre-developed UI visualize that we have done on our system. For example, you see in 2000, okay, let I remove this one. In 2019.com is the number one. What else you want to know on this? Let's say I want to see guest room. All right, you see this one that I told you, showed you recently. Okay, .com, and it doesn't show me anything that benefit. What else you can show? All right, I have this one. Hey, let's see. I want to see .com hotel. This is the revenue per .com of .com in 2019. I want to compare 2 years. I want to compare 3 years, 4 years. Done. You see how fast of the data? This is the same set of data, right? And you can see right away that, okay, .com, this is the pattern. If you focus on .com, what else you want to see? I want to see who is the travel agent of .com. All right, I got it. I have a screen for them. But this one is not the way I want. Then I want to replace it with a different one. Okay, done. I want to see who is the top producer in this 4 year. I found Agoda. If I click on Agoda compared to Expedia, this is the pattern that it can show that Agoda is much more than Expedia, right? In terms of the production. If I see in Agoda, what else I can see? Transaction, you stay with me, you can see the screen clearly, right? All right. Okay, this one is more interesting for me. forgive me about the layout because normally you see the pretty or beautiful that you need to touch up is time consuming. This one just a uh, quick preview to show you that why we are one that have ready-made pattern and can help you to achieve on this BI implementation. For example, this one you see, I select .com and I choose Agoda. I remove Agoda. I want to see by nationality. You can see immediately that we have many records that come with our country nationality, which is not really bad, right? And then you can collect the information. If you do this one on daily basis to see the screen, you will see immediately what is have something wrong. And then what you can see, you can do is we can generate one report and send to your operation to collect and fix this one. If they don't completely fix this nationality in their profile, it will keep come up with something not show in that report. So it's very easy to help you to manage numbers of hotel to ensure that they will have the correct data. All right, so they have Korean over here. I choose Korean. I know even which floor the Korean they prefer. This is something that amazing, right? And this one came from our business intelligence data. And good that and happy that you also IT guy maybe and you have a programmer with you. You know that how hard to make everything fast like this. Behind of this complexity, to link something that not relevant to each other can be clicked and changed accordingly. It may not that difficult, but if you deal with million transactions, numbers of dimension, it's not that easy. It's very hard and not dynamic like this one. And that's why we have more than 500 clients in Thailand, not only hotel. I'm talking about all of the enterprise that are using our service. We are a leader in this area. And that's why you see hotel also have a demand. And why we don't do the marketing with the hotel. Sorry. And that's why I'm here today to present to all of you. Give me a second.
Right?
Sure, but
Selan,
if you, yes sir, continue.
Selan. Hello. Selan, I just hear that look like that you have your own BI now, right? Okay. Yeah. So after Chachawan show you the demonstration, maybe you can email me like a sample report that you have now. So maybe we can see that how can we do in our system, and maybe Chachawan can do the mock-up and send you back the screenshot. Huh? Yeah, yeah. Excel is fine because we can see your output as per your existing configuration now. Okay, so we can have the idea how our BI can do when export to Excel, huh? And then we can do the screenshot for you. Okay, just send me some Excel sample. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Chachawan.
ครับ โอเคคุณเซนลัน Actually, it's not. It's good to hear that you have something in place already, which is, I think, it's good enough that you can develop on PHP and whatever. And actually, what is the do you have any pain point for this moment with your day-to-day report? You know, if the operation, if they have that solution, maybe not necessary to have a robust BI because they used to with that. Sometimes we found that if you're gonna implement something more intelligent or much better, it may not helpful or useful because people don't want to change. That is one thing that will be an obstacle of the implementation. And actually, could you share what is anything that you feel that it need to improve or you want to see something different? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see. Not effectively work. I see. So, why I asked about this because if you see, I don't want to focus on the report. I'm not the report generator. I'm the Our solution is the business intelligence. We are the business analysis tool. So it's good for people who are not insist to use the report. We need people who are concerned about their business, concerned about their data, and they always thinking and need the data for their decision. And that's why they need the business intelligence. As you've seen, yes, we can export or print in PDF. Oh, I forgot to show you one thing. We can print out as a PDF. It's very simple. No need to show anything. But the point is, whatever you want to know, why you have to print out the report? You just get it right from consume from your eye, right? Transmit to your brain. Then what happened? You have another question right away. Then you have to call someone waiting for another report. We try to avoid this thing. You can click. You see everything I want to know. I click. Why I told you a long story because I try to share to you during the demonstration that follow the real practice in the world of operation. That is the way we are thinking. We are look into the travel agent who is the best and why they are the best, which kind of client, what pattern of their spending, what type of transaction. If you're talking about this thing, how many report to 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 submit to me for my decision. And as you know, it cannot be a pattern, right? Because on day-to-day basis, it can be changed all the time. And if this is the case, maybe our solution is one of the right tools for you to consider. So then let I go into my slide. Can you see my slide for this moment? All right. I show you one more thing. This is the challenge. And why I said it's happy to hear that you have something in place already. Maybe all this one is not a problem for you. All right. Most of the case, the most challenge is we have to develop the connector. For example, you mentioned about one PMS. Sorry, how many PMS solution that you implement in your property? That's good. What is that one? HMS, right? Okay. Let I show some scenario.
Mr. Lan, how about cloud-based? Yes, how about hostel that you implement for cloud-based system, right? So you can count you have 2 PMS, right? Not one. Okay, we today we not just think, but we come to give
We're thinking
and
big
share
picture.
information. Okay, okay.
All right. So if, for example, on the slide, we have hotel one that has one PMS and one post, for example, and then we have second hotel for a group. You see, I differentiate by the color. The second hotel, they try with the new PMS and same post, and they may have something different. I mean, other. For the third hotel, they switch back to the first PMS solution because they found something that they like it, and back to use the first supplier, and they also implement with the new PM wholesale. With this scenario, what I have to do for PMS, I have to count. I have to do two connector, right? One to go to the green PMS, and the second one go to the blue PMS. As you are an IT guy and developer already, as you know, it's different job. So this is a challenge that we have to connect to each other differently on the different occasion. And then this is the way we are doing. Once we complete the development on this one, we can connect to all those database. And also the same scenario, we have to count on on point of sale. So you have to point of sale, right? And also other. So that means what we have to do is we have to develop 5 connector. For the developer development, okay, it's shown on the wrong sequence. All right. We have the central database that you want to make it up to date, nearly real time, right? Once I develop the connector, all those connectors will pull the data from each property to store in our center database. This is the process, but it's not that. If you have different solution, it's possible that they have different way. You remember the BI group that I mentioned recently in my demonstration? Yeah, that is necessary to use in our data center to consolidate the data accordingly to our mapping solution. Like this one, I try to show to you that we have the PMS brand 1 and brand 2. Hotel 1, they use brand 1, right? The transaction code for room revenue is 100. While I have a eraser. All right, you see eraser now, right? They use 100. The transaction code for room revenue is 100. But for hotel 3, they have 2 wings, for example. They have 2 zones. Zone A, they use A 100. Zone B, they use B 100. You see, the data is it's not easy to meet to each other in the center. And also at band 2, they use the alphabet code for their transaction to simplify this for the operation. But you see, at the back of the house, while you want to consolidate the data, it's very difficult. And this one is just 3 hotels. Let's imagine if you have more and more hotels, if you become a big chain, if you don't do anything right from now, in the future, it's going to be another nightmare also. And that's why our solution is not tied up with any PMS or any application solution. We can integrate with everyone. Even you change the PMS, no worry, all your historical data, if you store at the center, and we can continue that standard. And it's a time consuming and needs expertise to assist on that. So this is the scenario to show to you about the challenge on data center that we need to make it happen. Once we finish the data center, we will use the data center to tie up with my pre-made or new developed visualization. And then we can start the visualization for you. And this is the process to do all this work. In the technical term, what we have here is, again, for HMS, I think it is the simple one because we have the connector for you already. For example, if you have other PMS than HMS, all those ones need to develop the connector. And this is the explanation on how we are working. Then how to deploy. It's clear, right, about the connector. And one technology that we have, you see, if you want to go to your, I want to emphasize this one because it's very, very, very important. Normally, if this is the pattern to show to you that if I want to see the payment history of one guy, you have to go like a waterfall. This is called old school linear data. You have to stay and you have to start from your pattern number. What is the name? What is the ID? And then which bill you want to find, and then you can start tracing the history. You are a programmer. You can tell me that no worry. I can make the search for each particular payment and else. But for our system, it's not necessarily doing like that. And that's why we can claim that we are the intelligent. You know what we can do? Whatever we want to know, no matter we have to start from the starting point. For example, I want to see only the transaction about hip replacement. This is the transaction. Then it can pull out all the pattern and related information to show on the screen. If you remember about the storytelling, and this one we call associative model. Only us that doing this one. If you know Power BI, you know the big name, Tableau or someone, and so on. All those one is only visualized. They don't manage the associative data for you. It's not easy. Like this one, it show you really clear. You remember the gray that I showed to you? If the storytelling about something and it become white, that means this one is the light gray. It means the thing that you selected except this one, it also have other things that relevant to what are you looking for. Amazing, eh? It can tell you with up to that detail, which is not easy to find. No, not available in the market. Only us that doing this one. If it show completely gray, that means it's not relevant at all. And this one is a product level. It doesn't select as per include in your storytelling, but it tells you that, hey guys, this one is also related to what are you looking for. And that means whatever you selected over here is only this one that relate. And for the expense type, it have 4 or 5 types that relate. Then you see, your eye can see immediately that what is related to what are you looking for now. And this is the way that really powerful. And yeah, you see, it's really complex. It really complicates the thing that I mentioned recently, and we can deal all the complexity for you. And what we can do is we can do the integration for you, right? One thing that data integration, I showed you already about the associative and the idea about the integration that we need to do the data connector. Also, this is the deploy scenario that I would like to show to you. We can have only one single server, and then you can develop the data connector to get the data from each of your system and throw into data center. We do the mapping for you, which is we will build up the intelligent database for you that have the associative data model for you. If you have multiple property, it's possible that we can have single server and use our network to get the data from each property to throw into the center database. And the last one is each property have their own data center, and we have select or choose one of these to be a center to consolidate all these 3 sites together. It can be done this way also. Or you have the corporate server. Let everyone have their own individual database and let it throw on the scheduling basis to the center. Why we implement this way? If each property will use the BI a lot and in the different location, this is the biggest model that we can implement. For example, this one is the regional server for North, this one regional server for South, and this one for Center, for example. All these one will serve to their numbers of hotel in that area. At corporate, maybe sitting in somewhere, even in on another side of the world, they can pull the data from each server and consolidate the data for the top view at the corporate. You see, this is depend on the sizing that we have, and no matter that we can start, maybe we can start with this one, promote one of the server to be the center. Once we grow up, you no need to throw away even any server. You can keep it for your growing. You can add up more server. With the technology behind, we can consolidate the data, and this is much better than have a single server without the cluster technology. This is the cluster technology that we can do. And many places, they have only one server. For the local, they can use mixed network for their connectivity. In Thailand, we have some clients that they use virtual private LAN to implement for the solution and work very well. Don't have any issue, don't have any delay or timeout. With the massive data that transmit in and out all the time, all the day, it's a lot. We have a technology, the methodology to reduce the size and reduce the traffic, which don't harmful to your network. And most of the case that really efficient, that effective to implement this one is a scheduling basis. That's why for the hotel it's the easy one. We can, right after close day, we will schedule to transmit the data on the scheduling basis. No need to make a collision on the network. For example, property A, let's do on 2 o'clock. Property B do on 2:30, and property C do on 3 o'clock, for example. And then this one, it can be managed. And our scheduling system is not a simple one. It's really intuitive scheduling system based, which is if you want more detail, I can show and explain further. But actually, for the simple one to do scheduling is sufficient for the beginning of the deployment. However, this one is the deployment scenario. If we have too many hotels, we can have the center database, which is we can do over cloud. It can be done also. I think maybe you may interest for the deployment. I think it's okay. Huh? You are the IT guy, the technician guy, should be okay. You have a understand, right? Okay, good. Then I jump to the very important point. The licensing model. Then you understand the work already. Okay, we have an engine. This is the best platform, and this one is good that we can share across the board. Data extraction, actually, this one is a part of this one is the data connector that I mentioned, right? Once it finished, it will go into the corporate database. We have to set up the mapping and so on. This one is at the database, that at the center. This one is the third one that included in the license. And the last one is the visualization, which is time consuming to impress, to serve to your each department need, to serve to your management, to top management, mid management, or even the begin to the rank and file people if they can use. Accounting is a time consuming, so we have to find a way to make it more effective. However, like Munajin tried to ask you, right, Ran, that he want to see the sample. That is one thing that we can help you to estimate the cost and the time for the development. That's why. All right. For the BI engine, there are two parts. One is the server part and the client part, right? Did you remember my recent presentation that we have numbers of model to implement? Well, for this time being, we are different. We don't charge any server license. We give you for free. You want to deploy 4 sites, 4 server, it's up to you. We don't charge at all. It's good to you if you have more servers, right? Because it will be really effective to respond time, shorten time, no need to go over the network. If you have a local server, it's up to you if you have that capacity for the server and capability to do. So what we're going to charge is we're going to charge for the number of clients, which Kun Ratana going to ask you on the later stage that how many clients that you want to use. If you have only one, we will charge you only one. But I'm not sure they have minimum charge or not on this. It's okay for the BI engine. For the data extraction, you understand about the data connector already, right? That we have number of connectors. So that means you have 10 hotels. You use the same TMS. No worry, we charge you only one connector. Yes, it's great. No one chat like us. We don't expect because we are serve you. We are serving you. We want you to enjoy with our system. And again, the same scenario. If you have only one financial system, it's only one. And post again the same. But most of the case, I found that post is one of the most difficult one because most of them they don't keen to share with people. What we do is we trace the information from the transaction journal. We have the digital transaction journal, right? And also another way is no count on POS. Let it transfer to PMS, and we count only one. Well, because if they log, one thing that they're supposed to supply to us is the posting journal. Posting journal, digital posting journal is by law. They have to supply in digital format, and it's unformatted. Why I less about that? Because it's the most difficult one. One thing, if you enjoy, right? So if you if you satisfy and sufficient for you to analyze, if use the transaction interface to the PMS, that's fine. We charge you only one connector for the development. Amazing, right? You have 100 hotel, I charge you only one. Which one you are using? Prefer point by path. You cannot access to database, right? One thing that I can do is they can do scheduling basis and let them export into Excel if they can. If they cannot, one thing by law you can ask them that we want the digital posting journal. So that one is another connector, but okay, we can develop on that. And if for the posting journal, electric posting journal is one that most of the case, I don't want to mention the name of that vendor. There is only one way to get the data from them, which is painful. I did it since almost 20 years ago. So this is the old day technology, old day knowledge, but quite complicated. You know, posting journal is unformatted, right? Yeah, we have to collect all those scan text by text, line by line, and recompose in the formatted information. It's a lot of work. I'm happy if you don't have that situation because it's the most expensive one, the painful one. But if you have the Excel, you see everything count on how hard of the work. This is fairly sharp, no worry. Okay, you understand about this one already, right? So 100 hotel, I charge you only one time for the data connector. And then for the plug into the hotel, now we count on each one. You know why? Because we have to do the mapping for you, right? It doesn't mean that we just copy and throw into it. So we will count you on this. You have 100 hotel of PMS, I will charge you 100 times. That's it. But 100 times is in a small amount, and we have a volume chart for the group. It's no worry on that. And for the central database, this is something that we have to sit with your corporate. I cannot just give you something, a complete pattern to you and say this is the standard. It may not meet to your requirement. What we have to do is, what is the view of the management? What is the view of other person who are concerned with this database? Right? I showed to you recently with the thing that I have the BI bracket. That is the thing that I will implement for you if you be my client. Have to sit with the management and make paper to conclude on that. And then the last one, tie up your database to the visualize. For example, we start with the hotel operation. We tie up with the hotel operation. The visualize is like a set of work that we're going to do. This one is the first one. It's like a tier chart or something like that. You know why? Because each property, if we have 100 property, it doesn't mean that we support to only one property. We support to each individual property. So this one, we have a template for them and have the tier chart. That means the first one is initial chart and the last and the following one is a small one, because we have to tie up, maintain the connection between the visualize and the database for you, finance and so on. And then that's it. This is the charging model. We have four layers on this one. And another one is the maintenance agreement, which is per year, which this is the rate that agree on the agreement with you and HIS. That's all. So that means you see, if we have a simple one, we took very short. So like HMS, we have a small amount of chart. Actually, almost like a free one, because we have in place, we support to HIS, right? So that means this part you may no need to pay anything if you use only HMS. This part you can exclude it. You pay only 1, 3, 4. That's all. And depend on number of clients. Let's say you have 100 clients. This is something that very huge. But if you have only one client, it's very small. I'm not sure they have minimum charge or not, 3 or 4 or 5 or something like that. For example,
Yes, I have.
You have, right? For example, Kunlan, if you want to use only 2 people, I cannot say charge you only 2. I have to charge you 5. For example, if minimum charge, you have to check with Kulatana.
No problem, Kulan. I will have the form to let you fill in for me before I code it. Don't worry. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, everything it can be web-based. No need to install anything. Sure. You can. Let me show you how it works on mobile phone. Very simple. Very simple. Oh, where is that? Give me a second. Can you see the screen, right? Okay, since you are a developer, let I show you in the develop. Let's say, okay, this is on iPhone. This is on iPhone. I think it's better on iPad. Let's go iPad. This is the iPad, and on the vertical one, here it look the same, right? It's bigger. Too big. You see, it's work the same way, and you can quick jump to the screen that you want to see. Easy, right? This is iPad, and this is as you are a developer, this is the responsive design, which is we use the what they call you know the state, right? With today's technology, we are the first one that use the state management since 5 or 6 years ago. So for today, it's up to date. The technology is very easy. Once you play on here, you jump to your computer with the same account code, all the same story. It follow you everywhere. No need to select once again. This is the state management on one client. Remember, we sell it by client. And why they implement this way? Because they want to avoid you to share only the same account to everyone. That one client also. That's correct. It's it's name user. Otherwise, you see, it's crazy. I tell you, everything will go wrong. Why we have to do this way? If you use only one user, share to everyone, it's convenient and cost effective. But the server, you see, is working a lot to serve too many people. It's always cache. I can collect only one client, while I serve to number of people. It's unfair, right? Yes, that's true. That's true. And that's it. And no worry for myself. Actually, today I want to present on iPad. You know, because we can connect over iPad, but I think it's not convenient. That's why I switch back to PC because we need to show the slide. But normally when I go to see the client, no need to carry the computer. I just use my iPad to show to them, and really effective. It's really effective. As you know that behind this screen, it might be a lot of memory consuming, right? it managed very well. You know, a million transaction. Let's show you. I didn't prepare. Okay, if you have a transaction, 100 transaction, 100,000 transaction, it doesn't load everything on the screen at one time. They do like a progressive web application that they will be. It make you feel like it moves smoothly because it will be advanced loading for the. It will be slightly load the data. It not load all the data at one time. Oh, that thank you. Actually, I want to say that word. I forgot that you are a programmer.
It's a good day or what that programmer meet together today, huh?
Normally, I don't want to say that word. You know why? Because normally, it quite. Sometimes people don't understand. It look like a negative way of saying. Yeah, you are right. This is the lazy load. All right, and that's it for today. That I prepare to do the presentation, to present to you, and hopefully that you are clear. And in case you have any question and you want any more information, you can ask from me now, or you can email or arrange another session or meeting. I'm keen to support and serve and present to you again. You're welcome. You're welcome. And hopefully that we will have a chance to serve you on this matter. And why people have to use us is one thing that we can guarantee that it will be one that the best and last long. Last long, that means whatever solution you may change on time to time basis, right? Maybe out of date and so on. With our solution, it is a proven solution. Of the enterprise company, top 10, top 100 is using our solution. As may I mention again, more than 500 enterprise clients are our customer. They choose us, you see, because of the fast, the fast responsive and really flexibility, the flexibility of our solution. So this is one that can be a proven solution that can be last long being with your company.
Okay.
Even you have a new solution, you see, for this data connector is a magic that can help you to make your operation won't be interrupted. That's it, คุณรัตนา
Okay, thank you ค่ะคุณชัชวาล thank you ค่ะUncle and if you want to have a next presentation or whatever, just let us know, okay, in advance. We can arrange that for you. And I have one question, Mr. Ran. As per your show, us inform us that your management looking for this solution business intelligence. If it everything okay, do they have plan or did they have plan to implement switch from the old one, or what did they plan? Can you share? Okay. Then let us know if she need more further. I mean, if we have to, we would love to have a meeting with her if can, you know, for let her see and let her feel and let her can see the picture what she will have if she decision. No problem. If you can arrange for her whenever she have available time for next time. No problem.
I think for today, I think for my opinion is the most important thing is for the technician guy like you and and together with the programmer, if you see it's a good thing, it's a benefit for the company. That is the most important thing. If you don't see it's good, you know, you have something that can be doing already. Why have to propose to the management? Hopefully that you like and satisfied with our solution, and we propose this to your company.
Yeah, very glad that this day happened นะคะ and sorry to keep you waiting because in Thailand we have long holiday. Congratulations, oh God.
The border is not open yet, no? Have to wait for a while. Hopefully that after this month everything will be fully open. Hopefully. Okay. Majority of your client is from Thailand. Oh, I see. They via Thailand, right? The five via Thailand. I see. Even European and for other country, other foreigner. Like Korea, they don't have direct flight. They have to via Thailand. Okay, I see. Understand. I see. But I think Korea just opened. Maybe it's not too far to recover everything. That's good. All right. Uh-huh.
Okay ค่ะ thank you for everyone, thank you for your time and very glad and look forward to seeing all of you again for next meeting ค่ะ Okay
Saran, thank you very much.
bye bye
ขอบคุณมากครับ สวัสดีครับ ขอบคุณทุกคนครับ บ๊ายบาย